Alright, what is going on, people, and welcome back to another episode of Ark Evolved Max Speed. Today we're going to be looking at the Basilisk. The Rock Drake was actually the most recommended one, however, you can't actually pump movement speed on them, so we're going to be doing the Basilisk instead. I haven't put out a video in a little while, and there's a couple of reasons for that. I won't go too far in depth, but there's three things. Holidays happened. I'm a year older now, I'm 20, and my cat was getting pretty old and kind of sick, so we had to put her down. And I recorded this video a couple of times, but I never liked how it turned out, so we're going to do another attempt here, and it should go a lot better. So, the Basilisk. There's a lot of good things that I could talk about, but then there's a lot of bad things too. And unfortunately, the bad heavily outweighs the good. The Basilisk lacks an oxygen stat, which means that there's going to be a lot more points that are available to go into HP, melee damage, stamina, weight. That's a very good thing for Aberration, because of the fact that if you go into this water, you're probably going to die. Not necessarily the rivers along the surface, but as you move into the blue, you're going to find a lot of crabs that can pick you off of your mount. You're going to find electrical stuns from both the eel and the jellyfish and the baryonyx. Well, not electrical from the baryonyx, but it will still stun your mount for 10 seconds and knock you off it. If you go anywhere near the water, you're probably going to die. I wouldn't take anything short of a Spino or a Reaper King in there. I'd even be skeptical on a Rock Drake. The Basilisk has absolutely crazy attack speed. You can see here. It's a 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. It attacks incredibly fast, and that makes its DPS quite good. Coupled with the fact that it has over 9,000 HP and 400% melee damage from base, it hits pretty hard and it looks very tanky. In fact, if you don't play a lot of Ark, but you watch a lot of videos and you read up a ton about stats, and you look at the Basilisk from a spreadsheet point of view, you will say that this is easily a top 3 creature in Ark. It's got the breath of attack of a poison wyvern. It's got incredible stats and everything that you can look at. Incredible weight, incredible health, incredible melee damage. But that's unfortunately where the positives kind of run their course. And you're left with the in practice Basilisk, which is absolutely nowhere near as good as you think it would be. Starting from probably the worst part out of this is the fact that you can get an upgraded saddle in surface drops for the Spino, the Megalosaurus, and the Rock Drake. It's been the case that I've gotten over 200 armor saddles from a Rock Drake, and there is absolutely zero reason why I would ever take a Basilisk over that Rock Drake, because of the fact that the Rock Drake has so much damage negation from better saddles. And I don't have to worry about being on an endgame creature that took 85 levels to get the saddle unlocked for, and still be attacked by Ravagers, Raptors, and Scorpions. What the Ark devs were thinking in that situation, I have zero clue. 71 levels go all into movement speed here, and as of course it goes up by 1.2%, which means we're going to come out a bit over 200% movement speed. The Basilisk is very fast once you get max movement speed on it. Would I recommend it? Maybe not. I'd probably put a lot more points into HP because of the fact that it is more tanky than a Bronto, despite the fact that you can't get a better saddle for it. As I said, that is a level 85 requirement, and I can't justify that one bit, because you need a Rock Drake egg to get it in the first place, so you might as well just make it the same level unlock as a Rock Drake, because it isn't that much better. Don't mind the feather light row, I was just checking something back there. They take radiation damage, which means that you can't take them down to the black areas to fight Reaper Queens or go and get yourself a Reaper King, because of course, unlike any aberrant creature, it will take radiation damage, much like a Ravager will. So you'd have to feed it the mushroom stew or mushroom broth or whatever you call it. And that's kind of a headache to make every single time you want to take your tame down into the black area, when you could just take a Spino instead. They're aggroed by everything, as I've mentioned, and they can't cross water to save their life. The berry function of the Basilisk is probably the most useless feature on any dinosaur that I've ever seen. It does absolutely nothing to help it get down or up cliffs, which it doesn't climb well. And it doesn't descend well because it takes full fall damage, unlike nearly everything else in Aberration. It can't jump, so it can't climb anything very well. The berry function doesn't improve your turning circle, which is already horrendous. And all that it does is bury you in a cloud of smoke that will half your FPS and make it pretty much easy to see you from anywhere on the map. There's a lot of things that make me very angry about the Basilisk, because I had a lot of hope for this big giant snake. I thought that we were finally getting the snake that we deserved after the embarrassment of the Titan Boa, which should have been the size of the Basilisk to begin with. Not that I'm complaining, because that would be quite painful to deal with. Swamps are already scary enough. You can't imprint on the Basilisk because you can't breed them despite the fact they have genders. And worse still is the fact that, as I said, they don't get better saddles. And they take incredible amounts of fall damage, as you saw there. I'm going to fall into the water here, and because I can't climb this small ledge, and I'm going to get attacked by a bunch of piranhas, which, as you can see, the Basilisk gets aggroed by everything. And I think that's pretty much all the points that I wanted to make about this. It's got the poison breath attack of the wyvern, the poison wyvern, which I get it. It's poison. Snakes are venomous. But I really just wish we got a flamethrower attack or a lightning breath attack. But either way, that is the Basilisk. Don't do a max speed build. It's pointless. It is fast, though. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next episode of whatever is most suggested by you, the viewer, in the comments below. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next episode of whatever I make. Peace.